So, hello my dear students. We are in the fourth revision class today and this is your section G which I am discussing. I am discussing with you all today is your section E. And in section E, you will be given with three questions. You will be given with three questions. You need to attempt any one. And this is for 10 marks. Out of the three questions, again, the two important questions are from practical and one is your theoretical question. Of those two, one will be from consignment and one will be from preparation of income and expenditure account. I am going to give you the guidelines now, how we are going to attempt this section. Those who are planning to attempt consignment, how you are going to prepare, and those who are planning to prepare income and expenditure account, how you are going to do. So, I am going to group into two parts here. Before that, what is the theory which we can expect, sir? Then, whatever theories we have, yesterday I told you for 5 marks, they can be even for 10 marks dear. Only thing is when it is for 5 marks, we need to write less content. When it is for 10 marks, you need to write more content. And the most expected question in this section is, what I feel most important one is differences between consignment and sale. Kindly prepare for this question thoroughly everyone. Or sometimes the examiner may ask you to write the differences between receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account. The simple logic to attempt that answer is the features what we discussed. You write the features both the sides, receipts and payments account feature, income and expenditure features, your answer is done. So we can expect the two important questions. One, mostly it will be difference between consignment and sale. Other one, it can be difference between receipts, payments, income and expenditure. And sometimes it may be a question related to differences between computerized accounting and manual accounting also. So those are the three important questions which we expect in this section. Now, coming towards the guidelines, I'm not going to do any solution here. Just I'm going to give you the guidelines how to do the problem. That is how to do the solution for the given problem. So, first thing I'm discussing here about how to prepare income and expenditure account. If you follow these guidelines, dear, what I'm teaching you, I say that you can do it in a better manner. And for more detailed explanation, this particular topic was discussed by me and taught by me in the digital classes. You can see for more detail. Now, sir, how to do income and expenditure account? Then, first thing will be, you will be given with receipts and payments account. Keep in mind, you will be given with receipts and payments account. Now, when you are given with the receipts and payments account, you need to identify only the receipts which are of capital nature and which are of revenue nature. Then the answer is, you should know only the receipts which are of revenue nature. Revenue nature. Then, sir, what are the receipts which are of revenue nature? Then, the common examples of revenue receipts I am writing here. Revenue receipts. Okay. Common examples I am writing here. Focus. Common examples of a revenue receipts. First one is subscription. Okay. Subscription. Then your locker rent. Then your sale of tickets. Then your sale of grass. Then it can be your sale of newspaper. Then common items I'm writing interest on investment. Any interest let it be which is given on the receipt side. Then your interest on deposit. Okay. These are the frequent revenue receipts. Along with this, sometimes even your entrance fees can be your revenue receipt. Okay. Like that, if information is given about the legacy or life membership fee, telling that they are to be kept half is income and all, then we'll take them as income. Now, sir, having identified the revenue receipts, what we should do? You will pick up these revenue receipts, okay? And what these revenue receipts are going to become? These revenue receipts, see here, these are going to become your income. These are going to become what, dear? Income. And where we are going to show? This will show on credit side of income and expenditure account. These all items, subscription, locker rent, sale of ticket, this all will post on the credit side of your income and expenditure account. Revenue receipt. Then, sir, what to do with the capital receipt and what they are? Say, for example, on the receipt side only, they will give you tournament fund. They may give you endowment fund. Okay. That kind of transactions like life membership fee, municipal grants, we will not consider. Just will ignore them. Only these are the revenue receipts which will come on the credit side of income and expenditure account. Then you move to the payment side. Okay, we'll go to the payment side. Again, when we'll go to payment side, what we will see? Again, we'll see that we'll be given with the various payments. In that, some will be revenue payments and some will be capital payments. So what we'll do? From that payments, we will identify only the revenue payments. We'll ignore capital payments. We'll not take any capital payment. So, what are the frequent revenue payments? Okay. What are the frequent revenue payments which we'll consider? Then it will be salaries. Then you will be given with honorarium. Then sometimes they will say charity paid. Then they will say paid for periodicals or journal or magazine. Keep in mind. Okay. Then they may say repairs. Then your rent. Sometimes they'll give on payment side donation paid. These are the frequent payments. Okay. Which you are going to take them as what now? This will become your expenditure. This will become expenditure. And where we are going to show, dear? This we are going to show on debit side of income and expenditure account. Okay. Only revenue receipts and revenue payments. I gave you few examples. For more revision, you can see your textbook also in which the format is given. Then comes the adjustment. How to give the adjustment? Okay. Then the frequent adjustments, what we expect the examiner to give you all, which will be in the additional information. Then he may give you outstanding subscription. Okay. He may give you outstanding subscription. And he may give you outstanding subscription of two parts. Keep in mind here. One he will tell of which year? Last year. And one he'll tell of current year. If he says outstanding subscription of last year, what we are going to do? Then outstanding subscription of last year, you will subtract from subscription. Will subtract from subscription. And if he says current year, you will add to subscription. You are going to add to whom? Subscription. Okay. Then the second adjustment, what we can expect. He may say again like subscription received in advance. Subscription received in advance. Again, it can be of two parts. First, which year? He may give of last year. He may give of current year. Then, what we are going to do? If it is of last year, you will add to subscription. We'll add to subscription. And here, if it is current year, we'll minus from subscription. Okay? We'll minus from subscription. Then, third adjustment, we can expect outstanding expense like rent, whatever, rent, salaries and all. Again, this he can give of 2 years. Which year again? Last year and current year. Okay. If he gives you of last year, what will do last year? Last year minus from expense, related expense. If it is rent, from rent. Salaries from salaries. Then here add to expense. These are the logics which you have to keep in mind. Then, if he gives you any depreciation, if depreciation is given on, let me say depreciation on moving machine, depreciation on what? Grass cutting machine and all, you calculate how much depreciation is given and alone that depreciation amount here show at debit side of income and expenditure account. So at debit side of income and expenditure account. Then sometimes the examiner may give you, okay, sometimes the examiner may give you certain opening balance. He may give you some opening balance of anything like postage, sports, anything. Then this opening balance, what you'll do? This opening balance will add to related item. Will add to related item. This you can do in working notes. And sir, along with that, he gave closing balance also. If he gives you closing balance, you subtract it. You subtract from related item. Okay? When you add and subtract, you will get the answer which is called value of material used. And that used part will show at expenditure side. Okay? Will show it as expenditure. Say for example, they give you sports material. So you see how much is the opening balance of sports material? They'll give you purchase of sports material and closing balance. So opening plus closing, opening plus purchase minus closing will give you sports material used. Nothing but like depreciation. You can call it as expenditure and show it at this part. That is debit side. Then the most important points apart from this adjustment, what is to be kept in mind? Sometimes he'll give you about the sale of asset here. About the sale of asset. Keep in mind. On the receipt side, he may give you, I'm showing here. On the receipt side, he will give you like sale of furniture, and here he'll tell 40,000. Okay, and in brackets he'll tell cost 50,000. That time, be careful. Actually, furniture is a capital item, will not take, right? But now, since he gave cost, what we'll do? We'll see. What was the cost? 50,000. But we sold for how much? 40,000. So, difference is how much? 10,000 here. Okay? Difference is 10,000. See here I am writing 50,000 cost minus 40. 10,000. This 10,000 is loss. Okay? And this loss we are going to show where this will come on debit side of income and expenditure account. Please try to understand. Sale of anything, let him give. Investment, furniture, book, something he'll give, and value he'll give, cost he'll give. Sir, he did not give us cost. Then ignore. Nothing to do. This treatment will not come. Then, sir, apart from that, what are the areas where we need to focus? The area where we need to focus is about subscription. Sometimes the examiner will give you the subscription like this, dear. How? Let me say receipt side like this. Imagine this is our receipt side and amount. And here he'll tell to subscription. Okay. Then he'll tell 17 to 18, 18 to 19, 19 to 20. 3 years he gave. Okay. Here you see, usually they'll ask you to prepare the account for 18 and 19. Okay. Let me say some 10,000 here, some 15,000 here, and some 16,000 here. That time, you know, you are preparing the account for which year? 18 and 19. In this situation, you are not going to take the amount of 17, 18 and 19, 20. You will just ignore. You will ignore. You will take only the item of which year, dear? Current year. That is 18 and 19. And that you are going to show as income in the income and expenditure account. Then, apart from that, what are the confusing points? The confusing point will be sometimes, again, you see here, on the receipt side, the examiner may give you to tournament fund. Let it be any fund, some 10,000. And on payment side, he will give you tournament expense. Let me say 2,000. Okay. They give tournament fund, tournament expense. That case, you will ignore tournament fund as well as tournament expense. You will not record. Sir, expense, actually it is expenditure. No. Since fund is given, will not take into account because it is fund-based accounting. So what we'll do here? We will ignore. Okay. Sir, this part is not given, sir. He did not give tournament fund. He just gave tournament expense. Then this tournament expense will be taken as expenditure. Will be taken as expenditure. So, these are the few important points which you have to keep in mind when you are preparing income and expenditure account. Okay. Receipts will be given on debit side. Payments will be given on credit side. First, what you do? You see what are the adjustments. Say, for example, outstanding subscription. So, go to the subscription in the question paper and with the pencil mark the adjustment. Like that, wherever you find adjustment, kindly mark and start posting. And after posting, give the adjustment. One effect, I taught you. See whether it is last year or current year, last year or current year. Accordingly, you give the adjustment. But while posting, the areas what you have to be careful, you can see in the box I wrote. One is about the sale of asset. If he gives you the sale of asset alone, ignore. Sir, along with sale of furniture, that is sale of asset, he gave cost value. Then the difference, you'll get loss, which will show as expenditure. Sometimes this, instead of giving here, he'll give you in the adjustment. Then also same thing you follow. Then about subscription, 3 years will be given. 3 years. Logic is consider the middle year. That's it. Simple logic. Consider middle year. First year and next year you live. Last year and next year you live. Current year you consider. Will be current year, always it will be the middle. Then about tournament fund, tournament expense. Fund is given, expense is given. Don't consider. Only expense is given, consider. Sir, like that prize fund, prize expense, ignore. Only prize expense, consider. Like that, you can prepare. And then, after doing it, posting, see the total of debit and see the total of credit here. Once you see the total of debit and credit, that is expenditure and receipts. Be careful. Debit side, you'll write expenditure, that is in the format. Your solution will be like this. This will be expenditure. This will be income. Don't get confused. All these receipts will come on the income side and expenditure will come on the, that is payments will come on the expenditure side. Okay. Then, if income is more than expenditure, income is more than expenditure, you will get difference, which is called surplus. And if your income is less than expenditure, you will get deficit. Sir, if I get surplus, where will I write? You will write on debit side. This you will write on credit side. That's it. So 10 marks easily you can score, dear students. This was about your which account? This was about your preparation of income and expenditure account. Usually we see that most of the students, they attempt income and expenditure account. No issues. But those who are planning to attempt for consignment. Now listen to the guidelines for the consignment. First thing, you need to understand the question. And the question should be taken by you like a story. Whenever you are doing consignment problem, there will be connectivity. What you are going to do? You will read the question and first thing, identify that who is consignor and who is consignee. Underline with a pencil the name. The person who is sending the goods will be consignor and the person who is receiving the goods will be consignee. That point you keep in mind. Then second thing, you see what is the value of goods given to you. Whether a lump sum amount is given like 50,000, 60,000 or they told you the value in units per unit, 300 packs at 50 rupees each. If they say like that, multiply and get the value of goods. So first thing, you need to know who is consignor, who is consignee and what is the value of goods. Second line here, I am telling you, the sentence will continue like expenses. And that will be the expense of who? It will be the expense of consignor, always keep in mind. Always I am telling you, it will be the expense of consignor. That you keep in mind. And in the third sentence, there is possibility that he may give you the information about advance. Information about advance. May or may not, depends on the circumstance. If the information for advance is given, just check out whether it is in the form of cash or bills receivable. Either of these two will be there. That also you keep in mind. And the fourth sentence will be, the examiner will tell that account sale was sent. Okay, account sale was sent. Means it is all about the information of the sales. Then that you read thoroughly and see whether they said that entire stock is sold. Entire stock. Sometimes he may say gross sales. When he says entire stock or gross sales, it is understood that there is no unsold stock. Okay, there is no unsold stock. And sometimes he may say that 3/4 of the goods are sold. 80 bags were sold. Like that, if the information is given, it is understood that there is unsold stock. For that, we will to do the working note. And then connected with that only, you will get the information for the expense of consignee, dear student. You will get the information for expense of consignee also. And along with that, they'll give you commission. How the commission? They'll give you the percentage of commission which you have to calculate on sales. Sometimes you'll tell 2% ordinary, 3% del credar, then 5%. These all points you keep in mind and create a structure. Then how the structure of accounts will run, sir. Here you know you will prepare income and expenditure. This part is clear. Now focus is to tell you about how the consignment account it is to be prepared. So when they ask you to prepare the consignment account, you are going to prepare 3 accounts. Very simple way I am explaining you what are the 3 accounts which you are going to prepare. Usually the first account, you see, it will be consignment account. Second account will be consignee account. Third account will be goods sent on consignment account. That's it. Divide. Amount column, amount column, amount column, amount, amount, amount. Okay? Always the solution will start. This is your consignment account. This is your consignee. They'll give the name Ram, Mohan, whatever. And this is goods sent on consignment. Always, dear, they will tell so and so person consign the goods. What you do? Go to consignment account. Debit side, you write 2 goods sent on consignment and its value. Come to goods account by consignment. Always I am telling you. Then second line will be the information about whose expense? Consignor expense. Blindly go to consignment account. Debit side you write like this, 2 cash. Then you see they'll tell freight, carriage like that. Simply put one dot like this. Whatever information. For example, they told freight, you write freight amount. They told insurance, write insurance. These are whose expense? Consignor expense. Please keep in mind, this is the format. Okay, only one effect. Then third will be about advance. Sir, he told about advance. Then that advance in consignee account, you write, it may be bills receivable. If it is bills receivable, write bills receivable. If it is cash, write cash. Okay, and this is for advance. Write the amount of advance. Then they'll give you the information about the sales. Okay, information about sales. Discount, any bill and all, you need not worry. Consignee. Go to consignee account and write to consignment. This is for sales. You can write like this. Then come here by consignee. You write the amount of sales. Okay. Then you will get the information about whose expense. It will be about consignee's expense. Always keep in mind, like this you'll write to consignee and then again the details of expense. Whatever, like advertisement, commission, carriage, whatever they say, write individually and put. Bring it to the consignee account by consignment. Whatever expense we wrote, same you copy here, dear. Over. Then unsold. If there is any unsold, we will value the unsold. How to value unsold? Valuing unsold is very easy. You will take goods sent on consignment value and expense of consignor in the working notes like this. Okay? Goods sent and whose expense I told? Consignor. They are non-recurring. That's it. Consignees will not come because usually all will be then you will get total. This is the total value of goods. Then you see how much is unsold. If they say 1/4 unsold, then you do 1/4 into this value, whatever you get. You will get unsold stock value. Sir, they told 20 unsold. Then what you do? For example, 100 are consigned. So 20 by 100 into this value. You will get unsold stock. Very simple. Go and write in the consignment by unsold. Whatever answer we are getting here, post it. That's it, dear. Over. Then balance the account. 100%. Always in consignment, credit will be more, debit will be less. You will get here profit. Close it. Here, settlement will be given or not given. If not given, just write by balance, difference debit minus credit. And here, you just write to trading and close. This is your consignment. Very easy to do this also. So having said this, hope you have understood this session also. God bless you and revise perfectly for the consignment and non-trading concern. Thank you.